Okay, so get this. We're diving into AI and cryptocurrency today.
Whoa, jumping right into it.
Right. It feels like everyone's talking about them, but like separately, right? But together. This is wild.
It's like they were destined to collide, you know? Like peanut butter and chocolate, but for like the future of finance.
Exactly. And the best part, we've got Dennis Frank's insights to guide us. He's over at KryptoKraken, their AI and crypto whiz. Plus, we've got a piece from Carol Thomas, also at KryptoKraken.
Oh, this is going to be good, like having a crystal ball for where all this tech is headed.
Right. So AI, in a nutshell, it's basically machines learning, thinking like us. But are we really ready for robots taking over the stock market?
Okay, hold up. It's not quite robots with briefcases, but imagine this. AI analyzing the markets with like 1,000,000 times the speed of a human.
Okay, that's kind of scary, good, especially for folks already into crypto trading.
Right. Think of it as like an army of analysts working 24/7, sniffing out those market trends.
Okay, that's a serious edge. So no more frantically checking charts at 3 a.m.
Hey, gotta stay informed. But yeah, AI can do some of the heavy lifting, might even spot opportunities you would miss.
Music to my ears. But enough about AI for now. Let's talk blockchain. Everyone throws that word around. But what's the big deal, especially with crypto?
Okay, so blockchain. It's like this super secure digital ledger, right? Everything's recorded, can't be messed with, totally transparent. Everyone on the network sees it.
So wait, does this mean we can finally ditch the banks? Like, really?
That's the dream for a lot of crypto enthusiasts. It's about putting you in control of your money, no more middlemen.
I gotta admit, that's pretty radical. But how do AI and blockchain actually work together with cryptocurrency? Give us the juicy details.
All right, buckle up. One huge area is automated crypto trading. Picture this. AI algorithms crunching tons of data, market trends, news, even what people are saying online, all to make split-second trading decisions.
So it's like having a turbocharged stockbroker, but without the hefty fees. I'm listening.
And it's not just about making a quick buck. AI is making crypto platforms way more secure, too. Imagine a system that sniffs out shady transactions before they even happen.
Okay, that's huge, especially with all the hacking we hear about. So no more waking up to an empty crypto wallet.
Hopefully not. The goal is to build trust into the system right from the start.
That's reassuring for sure. But hey, I got to ask about those AI chatbots that are popping up everywhere. Are we really going to be discussing our crypto portfolios with bots now?
You're onto something. Think of them as your personal crypto gurus, available 24/7, answering questions, even making trades based on your goals and risk appetite.
Okay, that's straight out of a sci-fi movie. But let's switch gears for a second and talk about smart contracts. Those things are seriously fascinating.
Right. Smart contracts are basically self-executing agreements, but instead of lawyers and paperwork, it's all code. Meet the conditions, boom, the contract fulfills itself. No middleman needed.
And because they're on the blockchain, they've got that same security and transparency. It's like a whole new way of making deals.
Exactly. And it's not just about money. Think supply chains, digital IDs, even healthcare could be revolutionized.
Now we're talking about some serious potential. But hold on, we've been talking about AI and blockchain separately. How does it all fit together in the bigger picture?
That, my friend, is where Web 3.0 comes in the next generation of the internet. And it's going to be wild.
Okay, Web 3.0. I've heard the term, but to be honest, it's all a bit fuzzy. Can you break it down for me like I'm 5?
Imagine an internet where you control your data. No more big companies calling the shots. Platforms are decentralized. The lines between like the real world and the digital world, they start to blur.
So it's not just about browsing websites anymore. It's about like really owning your digital life, being part of a system that's actually fair.
You got it. And AI. It's the engine making all this possible. Personalized recommendations, smart assistants, you name it.
This is starting to sound less like science fiction and more like, well, next Tuesday, how will we actually see Web 3.0 changing our lives soon?
One word. DeFi. Decentralized finance. Buckle up, because this is where things get interesting. DeFi is like finance, but without the banks, right? No more middlemen. Just you, your assets, and a whole world of new possibilities, all powered by, you guessed it, blockchain.
Okay, DeFi, I've definitely heard the term, but break it down for me. What does it actually look like in practice?
So imagine this. You need a loan. But instead of going to a bank, you go to a decentralized lending platform. AI analyzes your risk, connects you with lenders. Boom, loan secured, all transparent, all on the blockchain.
So it's like peer-to-peer lending, but with AI as the matchmaker. And I'm guessing no more credit checks.
Exactly. DeFi is about removing those traditional barriers, making financial services accessible to everyone, and AI is a big part of that.
It's pretty amazing. When you think about it, it could be a game changer for people who've been shut out of traditional finance. But let's zoom out for a sec. DeFi is just one piece of the puzzle, right? What other industries could Web 3.0 shake up?
Oh man, so many possibilities, but one that's close to my heart. Healthcare. Imagine a world where your medical records are earned by YU, not some giant corporation.
Okay, now that's something I think we can all get behind. No more battling insurance companies for access to your own health data. Sign me up.
And it gets even better, because with your records securely stored on the blockchain, accessible only with your permission, AI can analyze that data to create a personalized health profile.
So like personalized treatment plans, early warning signs for potential health issues, AI doctors. Okay, now you're just showing off.
Hey, a guy can dream, right? But seriously, the potential is there. AI could help us move from a reactive healthcare system to one that's proactive, even preventative.
That's incredible, but with all this talk about data sharing and AI, are there any concerns about privacy?
That's the million-dollar question, right? We're talking about sensitive information here, so ensuring privacy and security is absolutely paramount.
No arguments there. So how do we strike that balance between harnessing the power of this technology and protecting our personal information?
That's where things get tricky. We need robust ethical frameworks, clear guidelines for data usage, and honestly, an open and honest conversation about the trade-offs involved.
Transparency is key. But let's be real, this tech is evolving at warp speed. Are we even ready for the ethical dilemmas that might pop up?
That's the challenge, isn't it? We're basically building the plane as we're flying it, but hey, that's what makes this whole space so exciting, right?
True that. It's like we're on the cusp of a technological revolution, and who knows what the future holds. But hey, that's a question for another deep dive, right?
Absolutely. We've only just scratched the surface here. There's so much more to explore, but for now, I think we've given our listeners plenty to chew on.
Agreed. So, to sum it all up, AI and blockchain, they're not just buzzwords anymore. They're changing the game, from finance to healthcare, even the very fabric of the internet.
And the best part? We're just getting started. So buckle up, because the future of tech is going to be one wild ride.
Yeah, and imagine, no more waiting decades for new drugs and treatments. That's huge.
It really is. AI and blockchain working together to literally speed up the pace of medical discovery, it's mind-blowing.
It is mind-blowing, but with all this talk about data sharing, AI, analyzing our health records, it makes you wonder about the ethics of it all. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a conversation we can't afford to ignore. I mean, we're talking about some of our most personal information here, right?
Exactly. So how do we make sure this tech is used responsibly? That we're not just handing over our digital lives without a second thought?
Well, for starters, we need clear guidelines, regulations, maybe even some new laws, and transparency is key. Got to make sure everyone understands how their data is being used.
Right. No more burying it in the fine print. But this tech moves so fast, can regulations even keep up?
That's the million-dollar question. It's a constant game of catch-up, but hey, that's the challenge, right? Staying ahead of the curve, making sure we're using these tools ethically.
Definitely a challenge, but an important one. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. AI, blockchain, Web 3.0, the future of, well, everything. Any final thoughts for our listeners before we wrap up?
I think the biggest takeaway is this. These technologies, they're not just for techies anymore. They're impacting all of us, whether we realize it or not.
So true. And even if you're not like a crypto whiz or a coding genius, it's important to at least be aware of what's happening, right?
Absolutely. Knowledge is power. The more we understand these technologies, the better equipped we'll be to navigate the future. Because, let's face it, the future is now.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And for those who want to dive even deeper into this rabbit hole, we've got links to all of Dennis Frank's work over KryptoKraken. In the show notes, he's got some seriously insightful stuff.
Oh, yeah. He's the best. Definitely worth a read or listen. He's got a podcast, too, I think.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, a huge thank you to our listeners for joining us on this wild ride through the world of AI and cryptocurrency. Until next time, stay curious.